Retail staff deal with a lot of issues, including rudeness, threats, and watching people steal. When adrenaline kicks in, but we have to suppress it to comply with work policies, this may be doing us harm by blocking our body's natural reactions. In light of recent violence against retail staff, we as loss prevention experts would like to share some basic tips with you about how to stay safe when your adrenaline kicks in, because you're fed up with watching criminals stealing on a daily basis. For those of you who need the fine print, here it is. Our disclaimer for this useful information we're sharing free of charge. Why are we making this video? Well, because we think we need to. You see, in most retail businesses, staff are trained to ignore, prevent, or report shoplifting offences. Where it gets blurry is that employers, by training staff to ignore, prevent, and report, are taking away a staff member's legal right to act based on the morals of our society, and all this for their own liability purposes.
We see people that we think are shoplifting. Obviously we have some security calls that we do, and we try and watch the people and try and deter them from taking things, which sometimes does happen. If they know we're watching them, they'll drop the stuff off and then walk out of the store. If they do leave the store, unfortunately we aren't allowed to chase them.
We all know everyone has a right to conduct a citizen's arrest, but we're not talking about arresting people. We're mentioning it because you have the legal right to do so, and this right is taken away when you clock on. This training is so ingrained in society that even shoplifters think that we cannot touch them, when most states allow a person to use reasonable force to recover property that has been stolen. That's all well and good for retailers to train staff in such a way. It's their time, they're paying for it. But here's the real issue. We are not robots, we're humans. So when faced with a situation such as crime, our adrenaline kicks in and we feel morally obligated to act, even to a point where we become enraged. And what do? Ignore our training and react. But we haven't been trained in how to stay safe while reacting, because we've been put out there amongst it with the words ignore, prevent, and report. And usually we're out there without our mobile phones, which makes it even more dangerous.
What?
You need to hand over the item in your jacket.
Then I'm top.
You are on CCTV concealing wine in your jacket. I'm going to issue you with a ban from this store. Please don't come back again or I will report you to the police.
So here are some techniques for retail staff who find that adrenaline has kicked in and are reacting to a shoplifting incident where they've lost the self-control required to abide by the company policy of ignore, prevent, and report. When a shoplifter conceals, breaks open, or consumes items in the store, remember they may say they will pay for it. Usually you can't stuff it down your pants or in your mouth and throw packaging away, or rip open and discard any package until you do pay though. And stuff in handbags can be damaged. That's why it needs to go into a basket, trolley, or be held until it's paid for. As for putting things in pockets or in prams, because these are most likely to claim they were going to pay, it is your call whether to speak to them in the aisles or remind them as soon as they pay or go to leave. It's all about your adrenaline guiding you. These techniques are not designed to get you fired, but are designed to keep you safe when your responses to a situation are instinctive. If you don't want to deal with the possibility of getting fired, we suggest you just ignore, prevent, and report. Most of you don't have any security or emergency response training, but you can stay safe with these two things. 1. Your biggest defense, distance. 2. Your biggest weapon, your voice.
Well, it's just a basic thing. Yeah. course. That's why I said, look at that lady. What's going on here, mate? Right? You don't know. You have anything under your shirt here, buddy? You mind?
Yeah, what about it?
Take him out.
Yeah. Looking at me, mate.
Anyway, did you look at it properly? Any ID on you there, mate? Okay. You're shoplifting with a child, mate.
Yeah. Fucking germ.
I'm the germ.
Just stop. Just stop.
They'll have him prosecuted.
What's going on here with this, mate?
I was just putting it down.
You're just putting it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what theft by consumption is? Sorry?
You got it. We're going to get the cops on you.
Theft by consumption.
She drank a drink and she threw the drink away.
That's what theft by consumption is.
I hope this video helps you a little. Remember, life is worth more than property. Shoplifters are mentally unhinged people whose morals are out of whack. If you do lose it as a shoplifter, these tips should help keep you safe. And if you don't get the products back, you should feel a lot better after this confident interaction. This is a proven technique that we use when the offender is an absolute drugged out badass and we have no police backup. It's as safe to use as described. If you think they may have a firearm or they pull out a weapon that scares you, then calmly but assertively tell them it's all good and that they can just take the product and go. They usually realise this is their best option and will take your advice. Take care out there. Bye bye.